Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life happiness. If you're new to my channel and you landed on my page for whatever reason today, I'm Aspie and I welcome you all. And I hope that whatever you're seeking for today will hopefully give you some comfort, peace, and of mind, and just some sort of support from me of my everyday situation of support or whatever. If you are new to my channel as well and you're just wondering who I am as well, well, I'm Aspie. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness, sharing my life stories with Aspergers Syndrome, OCD, and the like, as well as taking you along a journey of what life is like, along with tips and advice along the way for your general health and mental health, along with also some hopefully messages of support to give you guys throughout the day and whatever you're struggling with. At this point in time, I'm doing some bits and pieces to tidy up some loose ends, even though mental health is where I'm at, as well as just health science and whatever. At this point in time, we're a bit broader, and for some of the other topics that I had promised, it will be coming. Don't fret, even though it may take longer than others for some topics that you may be thinking on requesting on your behalf of what you want to hear. It will come. Just turn on the notification bell to keep up to date when I do post regularly. And also maybe follow me on my social media sites, be it Facebook or Twitter, where I usually post a lot about what's going down, so I can engage with you and communicate with you all of what's going down, regardless what it is. If you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed to my channel and you would like to, feel free to do so by subscribing on the bottom right hand of the screen to be part of my YouTube family, and also feel free to just follow me on my social media sites, on Facebook, Twitter, and all the ones listed in the description, just to get to know me and have a feel for me. And hopefully in this channel will be user friendly enough for you guys and actually be free from all this judge mentality of what we are and who we are. So this one's going to be under the mental health series, basically about depression. I know that be rolling your eyes back at me, thinking not again. But there are some loose ends I have noticed when I have been doing my checklist of my schedule of what I'm recording and whatnot, so I really apologise in advance if this is not for you. As I keep saying, dismiss it and give it to someone else and just find the right ones for yourselves. So this one's about when depression comes back, 11 warning signs of a relapse. And also, as a disclaimer before I begin this, just remember I'm new on the everyday journey of loss. If you see any warning signs and symptoms in the present and future videos that I'm bringing out of this series, please seek medical attention for yourself or your loved one, or also medical advice for yourself or your loved one, because I don't forever condone self-harm. So as said, this one's basically about when depression comes back, the 11 warning signs of a relapse. So let's begin this. Some people with major depression or other mental health disorders or conditions may have the same symptoms once in their life. Others have them from time to time that will then again, time and time again, revisit them, coming uninvited and unannounced. Believe you me, it does for me. But once you do seek therapy or some form of treatment, it's really important to pay attention to your feelings and watch out for those signs of the causes and triggers for that type of mental health condition that will help you catch the possible signs of a relapse. Seek professional help quickly and you may be able to prevent a full-blown episode. Don't stop with treatment that works for you unless the doctor says it is okay to do so. So, number one, it's more than just the blues. Here are some questions I would like to ask you all today and the following steps for all these warning signs, basically. And you can answer them to yourselves or maybe answer them, below if need be, because I'm hoping to maybe put this in the description and maybe I can help out some of this. How can you really tell from depression from simple sadness? Are you down because of a specific event, like losing a job or have broken up from a bad breakup? That cause of events and feelings that you're feeling could be normal short-term sadness. But if you feel hopeless, teary, or empty, however, every day for more than just 2 weeks, and gets in the way of your daily living and how you're living your life and what you're doing with your life, it may be clinical depression. Number 2, isolation and withdrawal. Again, some more questions I want to ask you. Do you ever avoid leaving the house? Does the shortest conversation feel like too much effort for you? Do you retreat to your room when your family members or even your closest friends try to draw you out of there so that they can see you and spend time with you? A strong social network is important. A loss of pleasure in activities can point to depression. Look for a support group in your local area. It can help to talk to other people who know what you're going through and what you've experienced, because they have experienced similar things, and what they've been through could be of use to you to get out of this rut. Number 3, changes in sleep. A shift in your habits like insomnia, trouble falling or staying asleep could be a warning sign. A lack of sleep can cause or worsen other symptoms that are linked to depression, like fatigue. Questions I want to ask you here is, do you lie awake at night while your mind races, or do you sleep too much because you don't want to get out of bed in the following morning? Discuss this with your doctor or any medical professional to rule out whatever it is that's causing you to feel this way. If your troubles are a symptom of depression, relapse, medication and talk therapy, counselling may help you. 4, irritability. Questions again. Do the little things flip you out? Do you fuss and fight with your friends and family? Did your laid-back manner give way to fits of fury? Depression can come unannounced, uninvited, like I said, to show itself in irritability and anger and many other forms of symptoms. It makes it tough for us to handle the everyday stresses. Men are more likely, though, than women to behave recklessly and sometimes violently when they are, however, depressed. Number 5, you can't enjoy sex, fun with family, friends or partner. Now this warning sign is a biggie. Activities you used to enjoy and feel at peace may now feel like a burden to you. If you've been depressed in the past and noticed that you've lost feelings for your everyday activities you like to do with your spouse or children, or just spouse and children in general, you're interested in work, hobbies, or any other favourite activities that you used to love and enjoy for more than 2 weeks, you might definitely be relapsing. It's more likely if your symptoms has come back within 6 months of an episode. Ask your doctor for help and see what they can do for you to get better again. Number 6, feelings of worthlessness. Old feelings of self-loathing and guilt may have crept back in, or maybe you can't even turn off the inner critic or the inner voice inside of you that wants to focus on your failures time and time again. You may feel like you're to blame for events or situations that you've been in the past that were out of your control or beyond your control. Psychotherapy can help lift your low self-esteem and build up your strengths. 7, chronic aches and pains. Questions to ask you again is, do you ever have back pain even though you strained your back? Or how about chronic headaches and stomach aches? Unexplained chest pain or achy legs and arms? Depression can have physical symptoms as well as not just the mental symptoms, however. If your aches and pains don't keep up with treatment, ask your doctor if depression could be to blame or could be the culprit for your symptoms. If not, then seek out to see what else could be the likelihood underneath these. Number 8, sudden weight gain or loss. Depression can change your relationship with food and how and what you feel about food. You may once in a while forget it's time to eat. You might have to force yourself to have a meal once in a while. You could overeat or binge eat. If you've had depression, pay attention to turn for strong changes in your appetite and weight. Number 9, fatigue. Questions to ask yourselves. Do you feel like that you have to drag yourself throughout the day? Depression can make you feel too tired or weak to wash the dishes or just even everyday mundane chores that you used to do, that we usually need to do as well, or even get dressed. Not eating or eating unhealthy food can add to your fatigue. Good nutrition, exercise and sleep can help you fight it. Number 10, slow down thinking. Questions to ask you guys are, is your brain feeling slow, sluggish? Do you tend to lose focus so easily? Find it really hard to concentrate on the task at hand? Have trouble remembering things? You might have problems making decisions as minor as to what to wear in the mornings or as major as problem solving at work when you're at work. 11, suicidal thoughts. This is a really deep and serious sign to share with you all. It could mean you have severe depression. Some people may think about suicide often, others may plan how to harm themselves. You're more likely to reach out to this point if you feel hopeless and you've lost interest in the things you once enjoyed. If you or someone you know has suicidal thoughts or talks about suicide, seek immediate help from a psychiatrist or any other medical health professional team. So, another question you are asking and thinking to yourself while you're watching this is, what else can I do about this relapse? Just to remember as a note, no two people with depression will feel the same. Everybody will feel different. If you have any of the warning signs and symptoms that I've currently shared with you today that does concern you, talk to your regular doctor or mental health team. They may be able to suggest therapy or more medication to prevent this relapse. Cut your stress and do something every day that makes you feel good. You might need long-term treatment if you had 3 or more depression episodes though, however. Well, this ends basically when depression comes back, 11 warning signs of a relapse. Give me a like for a thumbs up or support, comment below. Feel free to follow me on my social medias. Feel free, as I said before, to turn on the notification bell if you haven't done so to keep up to date with my new content. Feel free to also, if you haven't, to subscribe to my channel if you want to be on my YouTube family, because I'm hoping to do this on the daily weekly. So not further ado, guys, thanks for watching. Do what you love what you do. Until next time, Aspie signing out, and I'll see you again. Ciao for now.